My name's Joseph Williams, and today I'm going to be showing you my web application that is supposed to be for user entry for hours worked at a job. Now the first thing you'll see when you log in is a login screen where it'll prompt you for a username and password. This information is currently stored in a CSV file in a different directory for some protection. Ideally, there would be a more robust security to get through, but I did not have time to dig more into that. Now, once you put in the correct password, it will take you to the login controller PHP in my controllers folder, and that is right here. Now, first thing you'll see is setting up where the page will go upon success or fail. But the first thing it'll do once you submit the username and password will be to go to that login file and check to see whether that username exists and if the password is valid. And if it is, then it will change the header location of the web address to the main page of the application. Now, for the main page of the application, there will be start date and end date for the pay period that you are inputting time for. And it will have entries for each day of the week with the correct day posted above that entry. And there will be some buttons that allow you to clear all entries, submit those entries, manage users that are able to log into this application, as well as refresh the total number of hours worked. And there's a lot of that's handled with JavaScript that is handled in, well, here, in my JavaScript file. And this is a collection of all the functions that I've used. Now, upon loading of the application, it'll perform these three functions that will get all the appropriate dates and insert them where needed in the document. For a demonstration, I will start at the login screen and import my temporary password. Before I do that, I will show what happens if you input a wrong password. Bad password. It will simply loop you back to the main screen and clear the username and password fields. Alright, as you can see, the pay period is weekly, and it grabs the beginning date of the week as well as the last day of the week. Additionally, it will list the appropriate dates for each day of the week over input text boxes. Now, you can insert numbers into these, and every time you click on a new box, it will update what that total number of hours worked. If for whatever reason it does not refresh, you can simply press refresh total and it will grab the correct amount. I do not have this working yet. I was unable to figure out why, but ideally you would hit submit and a status would pop up right here saying entry successful, and it would clear these, as you can see, which it did, but I do not know why the success status is not showing up. I can clear entries by pressing this button. This is handled with JavaScript. I do not have user management set up, but you would have If you are an admin, you would be able to see this button, and it would be a drop-down list of all current users, and there would be text boxes here showing the usernames and their passwords, and you could change those appropriately and set those. Alternatively, you could add entirely new users by selecting an option here and submitting that. And there, of course, there'd be a button to go back to the main page. Also, there would be a view hours that would grab the data for each user and would show that in a tabular form to show the hours worked for that month or whatever time period they selected. And that is my web application.